construction management student. This is my company I started about 2 months ago. So a distinction here between a vision and a goal. So vision is kind of the longer term, the big goal of the company where I want to do, where I want to be at in the future. So right now I'm building people's sheds. So pretty basic, obviously. I want to progressively do larger cost projects, move into designing homes and building homes. Transition to an S Corp and eventually a C Corp at a later date. Right now it's just an LLC of over 100 employees. Delegate management, have time to make money doing other things. Kind of like Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, so not doing all that management. Have an office. Good to have a physical place where you do business. Reach a $10 million market capitalization value. May seem like a lot. Yeah, I kind of agree. But largest residential construction companies are around 10 billion. So like D.R. Horton. So that's kind of the size I'm looking for. So long-term goals, getting a little more technical here. Maintain more cash and cash equivalents than debt. So I've noticed, companies that people invest in that do well, they don't have like a ton of debt. So if something unforeseen happens, they have a bunch of debt and then they go bankrupt. So I want to kind of use that to prevent that from happening. Have a good asset to liability ratio. Once transitioned to a corporation, give managers partial stake in the company, incentivizing their efforts to do well. So the way I look at it, your manager has a little bit of percentage of the company. He helps you do well, figure out ways to be more productive. It's better for him because, or her, because they're getting more money. Build a moat. I don't know how many of you are familiar with that. It's just a way of saying the sustainable competitive advantage. So like the way I look at it, you're in a store, you see Trix, you see Oreos or whatever. There might be a store brand that's not going to have their brand logo on there. That's going to be less expensive, but it's the same. But because you're familiar with that brand, you're familiar with the product, you're going to buy that instead, and you're willing to pay a premium for that. Consistently scale the company if it plateaus. So if I scale like this, kind of starts to go like that, I don't get as many investors, pay out dividends, incentivize them to help scale it more. Short-term goals, so realistic, practical, giving you some of the time. Multiple projects with an accumulated value of $20,000 over the summer. Right now I've done $6,000 worth of work. It's not very impressive, just some sheds. Hired my first employee as a seasonal carpenter over the summer, so that's going to bring down the total time it takes to do the project. Expand digital marketing efforts and online presence, staying up to date with modern marketing methods. Right now I'm still sitting in 15 locations, but I feel like it's 2016, it's like how many people go to a gas station and then look at like the bulletin board of everybody's business cards. I mean, that's not a very modern way to do it. I'm going to a weekend seminar in a few weeks, so I hope to use what I learned there and make a marketing campaign on Facebook, LinkedIn, various social media sites. Because marketing, sales is a huge thing. If you have a great product, great service, but you have no sales, it's like, what's the point of having it? All right, let's see. Get liability insurance and workers' compensation insurance. Pretty basic, necessary stuff. Delegate on-site blue-collar work like the trades work before delegating executive management. I think 20 employees is a good number if I get to that level. So at that point, looking at assistance to help with the management aspect of it. Let's see what else I got here. Capital allocation. 65% of profit goes to marketing, advertising, and sales. 10% of profit goes to tools and equipment. If I run into a situation where I already have enough tools and equipment to get the job done, I'd rather take that money, maybe invest in appreciating assets, or just put more of that into marketing and sales. I think that would be a good idea. 10% hire employees, or looking into that, seeing who would do, like somebody with what strengths is going to complement my strengths to delegate work effectively. 10% of margins of the profit margin, I'll just put it in a money market account so it doesn't devalue over time through the currency or whatever. Let's see. And that's it. So thank you. Any questions?
Gary, where are you located?
I live in Jericho. It's kind of near Burlington.
Okay, so are you a construction management student or a
Yep.
business? And
Construction management.
With maybe an entrepreneurship degree too? No? Okay, construction management, okay, thank you.
What's unique about your service? Like, why should I hire you if I was gonna hire you over another company?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. A lot of it has to do with reputation. So, like, for me, some of you might be familiar with this. You hire a contractor to do work on your house, and they show up late. They take 3-hour-long lunch breaks. They're swearing all the time. It's like part of what I was saying earlier with the moat. You know, if you have good reputation with your company, good branding, people are familiar with that. They like it. They're willing to pay a premium for that. It's not going to be a ridiculous difference in price. I still want to stay competitive, but I feel like focusing on that reputation, you know, keeping the client happy, they write a good review, that's going to help me stay competitive and have more work, and people are going to be willing to pay for that.
Okay, great, thank you.
Thank you.